Hello there, friends. Welcome to the joy of painting 40K. My name is Scarlet Sunday, and today we'll be painting a 𝓑𝓾𝓂 𝓑𝓾𝓂, a character steeped in the grim and fascinating lore of Warhammer. So, let's get started, shall we? Every great painting starts with a solid foundation. For our miniatures, that means using a primer. Here, I went ahead and used the Army Painter in matte black. Think of it as the canvas for your masterpiece. Now that he's dry, let's move on to the next step. The reason why I chose black as my primer, because I like to go in and do some dry brushing. This technique helps bring out all the details in your miniature. Here I have a Stonewall Gray from Game Color, and I have a number 2 in my dry brush. I do have, and I highly recommend either making your own or purchasing this one. I just got this one off Amazon. A Drybrush palette, and what I did, I primed it in white, gray, black, and then a metallic. That way I could kind of visually see. Just a little bit on there, just a little bit. And then we just lightly go in and brush in all those details. See how the details start to pop? It's like magic, revealing the hidden textures. It kind of just appears. Magical. The 𝓑𝓾𝓂 are an Imperial Guard regiment known for their unyielding discipline and willingness to endure any hardship for the Emperor. Raised from the devastated hive world of Krieg, these soldiers are renowned for their trench warfare tactics and unshakable loyalty. A commissar, like the one we'll be painting today, is a political officer who enforces discipline and morale, ensuring the troops remain steadfast in their duty, no matter the cost. Now, for our highlights, we're going to use white. Here, I have Dead White from Game Color and a number 1 dry brush. Instead of the typical 45-degree angle applying this, we're actually going to do 90-degree angle, which I like to call high noon. That is because the light source is going to be directly above and it's going to go down from there. So the strongest point is going to be the helmet, chain sword, and las pistol, as you can see here, right? Go down. And then next up with the shoulder, the power pack, and then it'll have just a little bit of light there on the coat tail. And then some even at his feet and the base right there. Just remember to be gentle. We're coaxing out the details, not covering them up. You know, possibilities are really, really endless. It's really just your imagination and, you know, paint and stuff limiting you from doing what you love. Look at that, it brings so much depth already. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now it's time for base colors. The real fun can begin. Choose your colors and start applying them to the larger parts of your miniature. For our commissar, we'll be using Gray Black for the coat, Grapefleur Gray for the armor, and Slaughter Red for the trim and details. Commissars are all flashy, and they should. Their morale, their boosters, the look to them, they're really neat. Not too bad. Now, remember, if you're holding your breath while you're painting, don't forget to breathe. Everything important bits first. For the leather elements, like the gas mask and the leather straps, we'll be using Satchel Brown. Grim, fatalistic and dour, selflessly wading into some of the most grueling and abhorrent war zones, saturated with radiation and toxins. The men and women of Krieg are a breed apart. Almost all Imperial Guardsmen from the ravaged world of Krieg wear distinctive and highly advanced respiratory units that filter out toxic particulates. These are a relic of their world's legacy and a reminder of Krieg's eternal service. Much bolder in color. Ooh, look at those highlights. Wow. Now we'll use Broadsword Silver for the basic metallic areas and Polished Silver for some of the highlights. The silver, in my opinion, doesn't really need 2 coats of that. You're more than welcome to, of course. It's your creation. But to me, that's pretty solid. Would you want a chainsword in real life? I mean, to chop down trees, of course. Or, you know, heresy trees. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, purge those heretics by smashing the like button. Rally the troops by subscribing to the channel and share your victories in the comments below. The Emperor protects those who like, comment, and subscribe. With our base colors in place, let's move on to the details. This is where your miniature can really shine. For the insignia and any decorative elements, we'll be using glittering loot. This color adds a regal splendor to our grim miniature. So I was thinking some more about that. If I'm going to be adding the glittering gold to his chest, to the shoulder tassels, maybe his little metal stuff, that's a lot of gold in one area. And then you get to the glove, that it just kind of melts together. I don't really care for that. So I'm going to go and introduce the hoplite gold. To me, it's a lot cooler gold. I really prefer that for worn down stuff. So you can see with my other Kriegers that I use that, and it's more worn out. It's not too shiny. It's kind of just kind of worn down a little bit. I like it a lot. You know what? There might be a story. Maybe the glove was a gift from his Kriegers in his regiment, you know, saying, hey, Commissar, you're so cool. And he really holds it dear to his heart. There's that light source you see that on his helmet right there. What we're actually going to do, we're going to add in a little bit of white. As you see, it's not a real white. It's kind of like a yellow. That's exactly what I wanted. And we are going to introduce a new one, Zealot Yellow. Because the light source is usually yellow, so we're going to definitely add that. Create that base. We're going to go in that bone white. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to let that dry while we go to the other ones. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the biggest area first, his chest. Looking good, looking real good. All right, that looks good for the gold. Wow, he is shiny. Wow. Wow. All right, let's add, since it looks like just gold here, let's look at that right there. We're gonna add gold there, we're gonna add a little gold there, and it'll really create that uniform together. Now remember, when we add the oil, it's definitely gonna tone down a lot of that shininess. He already looks like a Commissar, it's great. Okay, so there's that. Next up is that glove on his right hand. So you can definitely see the difference already with the different golds. So remember, I like to have harmony. So I have this gold. Well, I can add it right here, can't I? Oh, yes I can. And I'm going to. That looks great. Oh, sneaky skeleton, you're so funny. Okay, well, good. We're gonna do the same one, so it kind of carries over, just like how that bright gold is there. We're gonna do the same thing. Adding these little touches really brings life to your miniature. I like how the Emperor brings hope to the Imperium. All right, let's finish that helmet light up top. As any light source, there is reflective light. So we will put a little bit on the helmet just to show that it's on. Just a little bit. So I did the yellow. It wasn't a really good pop, so I'm just gonna do. Oh yes, look at that. Got ourselves a Commissar. To finish off our miniature, we're going to use some oil wash. This helps add depth and realism by darkening the recesses and giving it a more worn, battle-hardened look. And what I'd like to do, I don't want to cover the whole thing. I just want to do like maybe the fine detail here, definitely his face, and little kind of spots here. I really like how his coat turned out. Can you see the highlights? Look at that great job he did. Okay, let's get to that shade wash. Like I said, a little goes a long way. Like, look, there's already so much on my brush. I'm just gonna wipe that off. And if I don't like it, I'll just clean it right off. Like, I'm definitely gonna put some depth in that gold because it's a little bright. But I said that, didn't I? I said I was gonna do some of that to help tone it down. Oh, see that? That's a lot. Good thing I just clean off my brush. Soak it right up. Remember, there are no mistakes, only happy little adjustments. I think I want to do a little bit at the end of his sash. Wow, that's cool. And there we have it, friends. A beautifully painted 𝓑𝓾𝓂 𝓜𝓮 ready for the battlefield. I hope you enjoy this journey as much as I did. Remember to take your time, enjoy the process, and let your creativity shine. Until next time, happy painting.